What a wonderful and joyous occasion we have come here to celebrate, and what a stunning place to gather. On behalf of Ali and Dirk, I welcome all of you all here today. Many miles traveled and many years of friendship are represented in the people who gather this evening. From the promised lands of Maine to the surfing waves of California to the sweltering heat of Texas, you all have come from your many different places, and Ali and Dirk are so grateful to have you here. They offer a special thanks to their parents, whose love and nurturing and care has made them the people that they are today. We come today with gratitude for love. Dirk and Ali's love for each other, their love for us, our love for them, and the divine love that surrounds all of us in this sacred moment. Today, as their community, we surround them with our prayers. We promise them our support. We serve as witnesses as they make promises to one another, and we ask God's blessing upon them so that they may be strengthened in their love and their life together. As we prepare to celebrate your marriage with you, will you join with me in prayer? God of immeasurable love, who meets us in this open field of your creation, who brought us to one another, whose spirit has nurtured the love that we celebrate today, and who binds in grace the unity of marriage between Ali and Dirk. We celebrate your gift of love in all the ways that love in its many forms has shaped our lives. We confess, God, that we have missed opportunities to extend love to those around us. Forgive us. We give thanks today for the ways that these two are the windows of your grace and generosity in the world around them.
Oh, sorry, I'll see it. Did you read all the margarita bags? They're so pretty hot.
Grandma and Grandpa painted a picture of 65 years in one little house, more than a memory.
Our relationship has never followed the rules. We've never been the kind of fairy tale couple you see in the movies. It seems like we're either head over heels in love or crazy with frustration. We're not perfect, and neither is this relationship, but you know what? It's ours. All ours. The little jokes that only we understand, the way our hands naturally find each other's, the memories that seem so wonderful now that we look back. Our relationship will never be perfect, but it'll always be an important part of me. And I know that I'd rather be real with you than fairy tales with anyone else. I love you. Love Ali.
Now till forever, it's all of me, all of you. Just take my hand, and I'll be the man your dad hoped that I'd be. And we'll build this love from the ground up, for worse or for better. And I will be all you need. Beside you I'll stand, through the good and the bad. We'll give all that we have, and we'll build this love from the ground up.
I'm Jessica. I'm the maid of honor, friend to both the lovely bride and the lucky groom, but mainly to the bride, so if y'all ever fight, just remember that. Ali and I actually first met through Dirk and his friend, so it's kind of ironic that I would take Ali's side in a fight, but she and I became like instant best friends, stepbrothers, like did we just do karate in the garage kind of thing. We only grew from there, supporting each other and growing together. When most people think about defining friendship, they think about expert level secret keeping, similar taste in clothes, and equal drinking tolerances. I feel like we're kind of equal. Maybe these days, like, I win. I, however, am very honored to say our friendship has far surpassed that. We've really set the bar high, what defines a friendship. She's been a rock of advice and a firm hand in reminding me my total worth as a person, not just in my personal life, but my professional life. And she is not afraid to be the voice of reason. She's definitely not afraid to say no, and she is not afraid to be the unpopular opinion. To be honest, we haven't always agreed on everything, but that's what I value most about us. We can still disagree and remain completely ourselves and value each other. The memories of fun definitely match the respect and appreciation we share for each other. One of our best moments that I think we've had is when Allie dropped the news of baby E, who I think is sleeping, I hope. So it was a few weeks post Snowmageddon. I don't know if you guys are from here, but it snowed for like not a long time actually, but a ridiculous amount of snow in a small period. We met at Buttermilk Kitchen on a Saturday morning, and what stuck out to me is she was so strong and so sure of herself. It was then that I knew she was not only a friend, but I respected her beyond that. She had no issue adapting her lifestyle. She seemed to transform almost overnight. When she's all in, it's all or nothing, complete commitment, and that's how I know she is going to make an amazing wife. It's what makes her a great friend and an incredible mother. She's been very well seasoned for this part, so I know that you know, Dirk, she is a wife to the nth degree already. I'm very confident she's all in for you and your family. I'm sure you're well aware. She will put her all into you and your family, holding it together, finding strength when there is none, loving unconditionally, and holding life together. There will undoubtedly be moments where she will need to call me, or wine will call both of us, because you think that she's being over emotional and she thinks you're being insensitive, but in y'all's case, it's probably the opposite. She will support you and care for you, never give up on you. You two will do life in a way together that sets an example for Eric and makes everybody envious. I have full faith in that. So here's to the girl who finally got her redheaded fantasy, and the guy who selflessly asked her hand in marriage on his own birthday, and to the family you are together. So cheers.
I love you, I hate it, I can't get through. I've tried to rename it to a face, not you, but it can't be contained and it just won't do what I want, so I'll let it out. My body's been aching from time's hard way, and I'm sorry for shaking your steady grace, but I'll say it if you say it, but I won't go first. If you wanna leave, then walk me out, and let's go get lost on a long back road where the river turns to streams and the time moves slow. It's not anything you say, anywhere we go, it's just being alone with you now, being alone with you. Death like a shadow, or love like a light. Every step it must follow, then stay back and fight for what you laid down or stood for in your life's great breath. We sigh out, but we never die. So let's go get lost on a long back road where the river turns to streams and the time moves slow. It's not anything you say, anywhere we go, it's just being alone with you now, being alone with you, that's right. Let's say our Let's go get lost on a long back road
where the river turns to streams and the time moves slow. It's not anything you say, anywhere we go, it's just being alone with you now. Let's go get lost on a long back road, where the river turns to streams and the time moves slow. It's not anything you say, anywhere we go, just being alone with you now.
Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. We all knew growing up that kickball was just an excuse to flirt, to throw a ball at your newest crush, to get her attention, to call her names like Red Shirt. Who knew you just needed to add a little beer to the end of the game and you might get the courage to talk to that crush who could possibly change the game for good. For those who don't know, Dirk and Allie met while playing on an adult kickball league. Allie is pretty sure it was her uncanny ability to kick the ball while holding tightly to her thermos of liquid courage that got Dirk's attention. Or maybe it was Dirk's strut to home plate that won Allie over. However it began, it led us here to this place. And so today we celebrate all of the wonderful things that have already come and that are to still come from your love. Dirk and Allie, the passage that I just read for you is one that we hear often at weddings. In fact, I know that you just heard it read at Lee and Brian's wedding. And still it is so easy for us to forget the power of its words. It really is a gutsy thing to have read at your wedding. It's as good as saying that when we talk about love this afternoon, that this is what we mean. We mean a love that never dies, a love that never gives up, a love that always looks for the best. Your love for each other has evolved. You are thoughtful about the ways you are nurturing your family. You have learned the value of building one another up. Your love for each other has become one of finding strength in differences and practicing compromise, and you understand the importance of surrounding yourself and your son with good people. To me, this is the greatest testament of who you are as a couple, when your love for each other is so full that it spills over into the life of the people around you. As many people said last night, your love for each other is magnetic. Your love brings people together, and your love graciously covers those that you love, as you have been doing all weekend with your guests. Dirk and Allie, the scripture that we read is a beautiful image of what love can look like. But I think it's helpful to remember that it was written during a time of conflict. This ode to love was a reminder in difficult times what a loving relationship at its best can look like. And in marriage, we all need these reminders. Together you will encounter life's sorrows no less than its sweetness, its grace along with its ease, its disappointments and its fulfillments. By entering into marriage today, you are declaring your love and your faith in each other. Remember to carry one another's hearts with compassion. Grow deeply in love for one another and in your faith. Be generous with your grace. Be fair to each other. Nurture yourselves, your marriage, your family with care. And may you continue to find the fullness of life and the simple joy of going through it together.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. La 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 la. This is how we do it. La 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 la. This is how
how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shawl cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys ain't canine. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hit a party. Say, I'm kinda buzzed and it's all because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. This is how we do it. Let's flip the track with the old school band. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. All hands are in the air and wave from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big...
I love you means I accept you for the person that you are, and I don't wish to change you into someone else. It means that I do not expect perfection from you as you do not expect it from me. It means that I will respect you, care for you, and love you even when times get rough. It means loving you even when it's football season. It means that I'll stand by you and always be your biggest fan. I love you means that I care enough to fight for what we have. And I love you enough not to let go. It means I choose you. I choose all of you, in good days and in bad, and everything in between. It means that I will always admire the way you love our son and how fiercely you love our family. It means working on us every day, challenging you, even probably frustrating you. I love you means I will always do my best to make you happy and help you love life. I can't promise things will be perfect, but I know that they're going to be worth it. I promise you my love and my loyalty, and that I will always be here for you. I can promise that I'll dream with you, build with you, and encourage you. I promise to love you, respect you, to support you, and above all else, make sure I'm not yelling at you just because I'm hungry. I promise to always remember how I feel at this very moment. And I promise to never forget and always cherish that you gave your heart to me. And even if our differences carry us apart, that someday they will always make us come back together. So my God.
You have to go now? No. Okay. I should have gone first. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this now.
I didn't know you were going to write this.
How do you know I wrote it?
Oh, okay, I didn't.
So hear my vow to you tonight, be loud and clear. When you cry, I will be there. Never have to doubt, I'm there, no matter what about. I swear that standing by your side, I can see heaven. Whatever I can reach, I'll give to you. And you I can't deceive, there are no cards up in my sleeve. Just the ace of hearts for you, comes to you. I know how to do that right. So if my vow to you tonight, be loud and clear. When you cry, I will be there.
You never have to doubt I'm there, no matter what about. I swear that standing by your side, I can see heaven. Whatever I can reach, I'll give to you. I love you so much, baby.
One of my proudest memories of Dirk was the day that he was 9 or 10 years old. And he was having a birthday party. And he had a lot of cool friends, and Dirk was himself a bit cool. He won't admit to that, but he was. And there was this kid that was so unpopular, and he decided to invite that kid to his party. The mother called his mom and said, "Is this true? Is my son really invited to Dirk's birthday party?" She couldn't believe it. The man says, "Yeah, why?" She says, "Because nobody ever invites my kid to anything." And he knew that, he sensed that. Even when one of his friends says, "If you invite that kid, I'm not coming." What did Dirk do? He said, "Suit yourself, the kid's coming." That's the proudest moment I've ever been of my son Dirk, I gotta tell you.
Dirk, you'll take Allie's ring and place it on her finger. Allie, I give you this ring.
Allie, I give you this ring.
As a sign of our vows.
As a sign of our vows.
With all that I have.
With all that I have.
And all that I am.
And all that I am.
I honor you.
I honor you.
Allie, repeat after me. Dirk, I give you this ring.
Dirk, I give you this ring.
As a sign of our vows.
As a sign of our vows.
With all that I have.
With all that I have.
And all that I am.
And all that I am.
I honor you.
I honor you.
They wanted me to give like a little bit of advice, and as you know, Allie grew up in kind of a military family, and we have from Pensacola, Florida, to Norfolk, Virginia, Brunswick, Maine. One of the stories that people always will know me by, and a saying I always use, and when everything is going crazy in your life, and it may sound ironic at first when I tell this story, but is I always have a saying, when things go crazy and everything doesn't look like it's working, it's fly the airplane. And I use that a lot, and the reason I use it is because a long time ago I was stationed in a squadron, and we met a pilot who survived a mid-air collision. And while his plane was plummeting to the earth with 13 people on board, he had resigned himself to he was dead. He had given up hope. He was screaming, "It's all over." His flight engineer grabbed him by the collar and kept yelling in his ear, "Fly the airplane, fly the airplane, fly the airplane." The pilot told us in the briefing was, that snapped me out of it and made me think I have to be the one who controls and takes care of everything that I do. When things are bad, I have to do that one thing, fly the airplane. And the same is in your marriage. Sometimes things will go crazy, and I know me and Brenda have been married 32 years, what, 36, 37, I don't know. But there are times, it's just a number. There are times when things will go good, things will go bad, you feel like you grow apart, you have fights that are knocked down. But in the big picture thing we always did is we flew the airplane. We made sure we worked on our marriage, and that was our airplane. And that's the thing about that, is first thing to do is fly the airplane, then figure out what goes wrong.
Friends, in the presence of God and you, Dirk and Allie have made vows, have given rings, and have committed themselves to one another in marriage. Therefore, it is my great honor to pronounce that they are husband and wife. You may seal your marriage with a kiss.